So hello everyone. In this video, I will be explaining the question which I have been asked in my Infosys DSE interview. Many of you have asked to share my experience, what exact coding question I have been asked. So here I am. So let's start the video. The very first coding question was this was a part of online assessment which happened in the center itself at the day of interview. Before the actual interview, basically they took one more online assessment. They provide their own system in their college labs. So this was the coding question. I have given an array of length n. I have to divide the array into three parts, n by 3 each, and then I have to form two array so that the difference of sum of each subarrays is maximum. So this was the question statement, and here is more understanding about the subarray and the question. And the approach which I have followed is using priority queue, min heap, and max heap to uh, maximize the sum of the left subarray and minimize the sum of the right side subarray. How we can do it? We can maximize the sum of left side subarray by using min heap, so that when the length of the subarray is greater than n by 3, we will only pop the smallest element. And how we can minimize the sum of right side subarray by using max heap, so that when the length of the right side subarray is greater than n by 3, I will pop the maximum element. So this is the approach which I have followed, and it is this. And the next question was based on a string. I have been given a string. This is the interview question which interviewer asked me during the interview, and this was the part of the online assessment at the day of interview. And the question was, I have given a string like this and I have to return the output like this. Basically, I have to count the number of character in this string. So this was the coding question which interviewer asked me, and this was the approach I have followed, you can see. And also he also asked me one question: what is mud sort, what is the time complexity, space complexity, and what are the use cases, and which sorting is better. So this is the question he also asked me, but he didn't ask me the implementation. And coming on the next question, which is based on problem solving, or it's conceptual, and moreover not coding based question. So he asked me water jug problem, given 5 liter waters and 4 liter waters, and measure 7 liter of water. So this question he asked me, and I have explained my approach. You can see it. And the key concept was he wanted to test my problem solving skills and fundamentals and logical reasoning skills. And coming up the conceptual questions, so he asked me about the indexing, what are the indexes, and how we use indexing, what are the aggregate function in MySQL, differences between where and having clause, and features of oops, and the difference between runtime and compile time polymorphism. So these are the questions I have been asked during my interview at Infosys. The conclusion is Infosys interview is strongly focused on fundamentals. So make sure your fundamental is very strong. Your clarity on thoughts, what you are saying, is very important, and your ability to explain the problem very clearly and simple and very effectively. For example, for the very first question, he asked me my approach, how I solve it. So I break down the solution in multiple steps. Like the first thing is the problem statement, then the second thing is about the given data, then third is my brute force approach, which I have followed during solving the question. Then what is the optimal approach I have followed? And yes, this is all about this steps. And once if he asks to write the code, you can also write. Otherwise, he will not ask the implementation. So this is all.